Hi everybody, Maritza here from Lakebury Farms. So today what I would like to show you guys is I'm currently in the process of building my own still air box for my mushroom growing so that I can actually inoculate my grain spawn with my agar and liquid culture. So I've decided to experiment a little bit and I only want to focus on lion's mane mushrooms. The purpose for that as well is I'm starting out. I'm very new to this. I don't know much. I don't have any experience except for my little experiment. But I decided I want to share my entire journey with you, the mistakes that I'm going to make, hopefully successes that I'm going to be making as well. And I would like to take you through the entire process of what it is that I'm doing. So I've started off with my still air box. Let me just put this down here so that you can see. So what I've done is I've got my container and I've cut out some holes. You guys can see this came out of there. And then I glued in some rubber gloves because on all the different videos that I've watched, I see that people try to do something so that you don't get a lot of airflow in here. And I thought this might be a good process. However, these rubber gloves that I bought is very big and I won't be able to do very fine work with them. So what my decision was then is I'm going to be cutting these gloves off so that I can put my hands through these holes to prevent some air coming in here. And then when I do actually work inside my still air box, I will also still have my surgical gloves that I'll be wearing, but at least this way I believe I'll be able to prevent a lot more fresh air to come in here. I don't really want to cut off the thumb because then it's going to be too big. So you guys can see if I do this, I'll just stick that on in some way or do something with it. But then at least there's not going to be a lot of air that's going to flow in. So let's see if I put on my surgical glove, if my idea is going to work. And like I say, I'm new to this. I'm experimenting and I would like to share my experiments with you. So you see, I think if I do it in such a way, then at least I will be able to prevent as much as possible fresh air to come through. I might even adjust elastic band around my arm when I work inside so that the air stays out. So we're going to see how this is going to work. But yes, so I'm going to do this and I'm also just going to cut off the other fingertips of the other glove as well that I've adjusted in here, and then we're going to see if it's going to work. I've actually already prepared my grains as well. I've soaked them in hot water after I boiled the water, and then I sterilized it in my pressure cooker for 3 hours. Those are cooled down as well. So what I would like to do today is I would like to use it and start inoculating my grain spawn with agar as well as liquid culture. Alright, so I think that setup is fine. So what I'm going to be doing next is I want to clean out this container. It is actually still as I bought it from the store. I haven't washed it yet, so what I would like to do is first wash it out. And I've got a solution with some bleach water here that I'm first going to wash it out with that, just so that I know that if there's anything stuck in here, I can get it off. So I've got a nice clean cloth here, and I've got my bleach solution water. Also going to use my gloves for that to protect my hands against the bleach. And then I'm just going to clean out this entire container properly, including the gloves as well, just to make sure that any residue or dust, particles or anything that's in here, that I can actually just get rid of it properly with the bleach water. Now I see a lot of people use different things, and being in South Africa as well, we've got Dettol, and I see a couple of different people using Dettol to also disinfect. Dettol is actually a solution. I've got it here. I can show you. It's antiseptic, and they say it kills 99% of germs. So I don't really know what is the best to use at this point. I see a lot of people use bleach, and other people are using Dettol as well. But I'm going to be experimenting. Like I say, I'm new to this journey, and I'm going to be going through this journey, and I would share all my different things that I'm doing with you. So just to get all of this cleaned properly, just want to make sure I've got it all cleaned. Wipe it off with the bleach solution and make sure I clean everything nicely. So I've got a little outside room here on the farm, which I'm going to be using a little bit for putting up all my different things. I'm also going to be putting up a tunnel that I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to be doing that. Just clean the inside of this glove as well, so that I don't have any debris stuck in there. So what I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and that's the only way that I know and whatever I've learned is from YouTube videos. So that's why I've also decided to record my journey. This is a journey that I'm going to be taking, and I believe that it will work. And yes, I know I'm going to have some failures, and even when I experimented, I had quite a bit of mold contamination, and that is why I've also decided to take the next step and start building a still air box and see how that improves my entire process. Alright, so also just want to clean the box on the outside because I'm going to be touching it. So just to make sure everything's nice and clean. I also have the lid of the container here, which I also just want to wipe off properly with this bleach solution before I close the lid as well, just to start off with, so that I know I've got all the particles hopefully off here. Get it nice and clean. So the inside of the lid is clean. Just want to make sure I've got the sides of this lid clean as well. And then I'm going to put the lid on. Okay, so my lid is on there. Wipe it on this side as well. This is going to be the bottom, obviously. So I'm going to turn it around so that I can actually have my still air box, and hopefully you can see what I'm going to be doing in here when I start with my inoculation with my grain spawn. Now, I've decided to test out, because I don't know what is the best way to do this. I've decided I want to test out agar as well as liquid culture. So I bought my agar from Mush Rush here in South Africa, and then I bought my liquid culture from Mushrooms. So two different providers, and I'm going to be experimenting to see what works the best for me. Obviously, each person have to do what you want to do and learn what is working best for you. Now, my experiment is going to be to see if I use the agar and I use the liquid culture, which one is growing faster. We've got very warm weather where I'm staying here in South Africa. Today is actually a bit overcast and rainy, but it's still very hot in the summer. Our temperatures can go up to almost 40 degrees Celsius. And I know a lot of people say that that's not the ideal temperature for mushrooms to grow. However, everything that I read up on the lion's mane, it is quite adjustable, and there's quite a lot of different people in South Africa that grow lion's mane quite successfully. I don't have all the equipment to have air conditioners and all those kind of things, because we are completely off the grid on the farm, totally dependent on solar electricity as well. But I'm going to be setting up my tunnel, my grain tunnel, but I'll take you guys through that process as well, and I'm going to try it. You will never know if you don't try it. So yes, just to show you, that is my setup of my still air box, and then I'm going to make a different separate video where I will be bringing in my grain jars and my agar as well as my liquid culture. This is going to be a first ever for me to use agar and liquid culture. I've never done it before. When I experimented and decided that I actually like this entire mushroom cultivation thing, it really intrigued me quite a lot. I decided I want to test it, and I first started off with a grain spawn like I mentioned as well. So today is going to be a first for me to actually use the agar as well as the liquid culture, and let's see what happened from there. You are welcome to follow my channel if you want to follow me on my journey. Like I say, I believe I'm still going to make a lot of mistakes. Everything I've learned from watching YouTube videos. So no experience really. And yeah, I just want to take you through this journey with me, and hopefully I will have success at the end of the day. Follow and subscribe if you want to see how my journey go, and then I'll catch you in the next video.